Thank you, Robert. That's sweet. Yay! Wait. I gotta get my video. I'm on. Here we go. Now we're cooking.
What's happening?
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Whoa. This is not the apron we agreed on.
I told
Right.
you.
I was under the impression I was gonna see a different apron with a little more content.
There's costume changes.
I mean, I get it. I just, I'm a little disappointed.
What's good, buddy?
Nothing much. I went to the beach earlier today, and then I stopped off at Rob's house, and I'm just getting ready to start cooking. Hey,
how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Wow, you guys got a nice kitchen.
Thanks.
Thanks.
He's mostly the one cooking
You shouldn't let him do that.
it. He's for sure the chef in the family.
How has this
good.
been going so far? How long has this been up and running?
Probably like a month or so, a month or two. It was kind of a weird start. Originally, it was supposed to be for like a personal chef to come to your house, and they were launching it like right as all this happened. So it kind of like this kind of turned into like a subcategory. We're like, all right, let's do virtual.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
it's
awesome.
been cool. It's definitely it's been a lot of fun doing it.
It's got to be also challenging for you to. All right, I am now instructing people to cook without actually being.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. Hold on a second. I just spilled some water. Sorry.
No worries.
Oops. Hold on, Jill. Sorry.
We'll survive.
I know. That's not good. 1 minute.
We've spilt a lot worse there.
Well, yeah. I didn't even see the damn cup. Anyways. All right. Yeah, we'll just let him know later. Anyways.
No, glad it's going well.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. It is very tough not being able to like be hands-on.
Right.
But it's part of the obstacle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a cool idea, and I think there's a lot of potential for growth there.
Yeah, I did. We did one which was really fun. I did one for Singer, and who was it? Mike Pemstein, Tibba, Nathan, and Derek Weiner bought it for him. And, he doesn't like cook. He doesn't cook. So we set it up so they could be on the Zoom with us while we did it. And it was a blast having so many people on it, and just like having me try to direct him to do stuff was great. It was a lot of fun.
That would have been funny.
So I can see where like that could, we could get into that. That would be a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was very good. What was this week's theme?
We're doing tomorrow's space.
Yeah.
Oh, so I have to wait?
No, we're going NASA astronauts.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
So
Well, we're gonna be aliens. The girls will be astronauts.
yeah, we don't have astronaut outfits, so we have alien outfits.
I think aliens just as good.
Yeah.
The girls will be the astronauts. We're the weird ones.
Yeah, I mean, who's really winning? I mean, I think. Like, is it really for them? Come on.
we
I don't
use
know.
this to keep
Emma
space
still
safe.
asks about doing the beach all the time.
Yeah.
She loves playing. She likes the make pretend beach in the living room. She likes that idea.
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah. Well, that was pretty cool. That looked like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my way of settling on Kaylin wanting to go to the beach, and I had no desire to do it. So
Yeah. He doesn't
yeah,
like the beach.
I can just make that here. Here's a yellow blanket.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's right.
Steve like doesn't like going to the beach. He's like, we have a sandbox and a pool, and I grew up going to the beach. I don't know. I grew up on the seacoast, New Hampshire, so.
You gotta get like a noise machine and get the waves going, and then it'll be a little.
No, our kids can experience more than outside of our yard than inside of our yard.
No, I mean I get it. I'm a big beach guy as well. All right, well, I guess we can get going. Obviously, I think this will be a little more fun. I did corn last night. That was very intense. Made grilled cheeses. That was amazing.
There you go.
All right, so this is what we'll do. I'm just gonna bring up what you guys have. So we're doing meatballs.
Yes.
So what will happen is we'll bring out all the ingredients so you can kind of see what you guys got, and then I'll explain to you kind of the whole process, and then we'll go back step by step and do it just so you're not overwhelmed. And
Great.
Okay.
a lot of times when I like start telling everyone like how we're gonna do it, they're like, whoa, wait. My first one was like,
And
The
we have a
one
lot of stuff out.
was not having that. So yeah, keep sipping the wine. So that's only gonna help.
We have a nice Italian actually.
So what did we get for ingredients?
So we have ground pork, ground beef. We have our pasta. We have more than enough shallots, garlic, the red pepper flakes, tomato sauce.
So you guys got everything. This is awesome.
Yeah. But,
And you had parsley, which was good.
Yep.
And basil.
yep. We have fresh basil as well.
All right. So the meatball. So what we'll do is we're gonna break down everything that's gonna go into the meatball mix.
Okay.
And we'll make the meatball mix and then form the meatballs. And then while those are cooking, then we'll do the pasta and work the marinara. And
Perfect. Marinara is my favorite.
yeah. And what do you have? I think you had a canned marinara. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
we have this.
Oh, we
Oh,
have,
no, this one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have this pasta.
So what's good is we'll use that and then we'll add, whatever we have left over from, chopping onions and garlic and
Okay, perfect.
herbs and stuff. We'll use the leftovers of that with that sauce just to brighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
So first thing we'll probably start with is breaking down the garlic and shallots.
Okay. Did you get garlic? How much garlic?
What do you have, a clove? How much,
We have big.
what'd you get for the pork and the,
so we have about a pound of each.
Yeah.
of each? Perfect. So why don't we break down that whole clove?
Okay.
Have you broken down garlic before?
Yeah.
Kaylin, have you?
Oh my god. Well, so everything
Go
I
on.
do is yes, I have. I use the big knife. This is what Dave taught me.
Oh, David,
David.
we teaching.
These are big though. You're thinking.
So yeah, what we'll do
You
is,
can't trust me with a knife ever.
well, it's always scary having people do that. It's even now as I have been doing this, I really don't know the level of
Right.
Right.
everyone who's cooking. So like, I'm just like, oh, chop it up. And then I start seeing them with a knife. I'm like, whoa, okay, why don't we,
By the
Start
way,
with some-
should you always cut off the ends? Because I pretty much always do.
I do just for presentation wise, but like, you don't have to. If I was doing it in bulk, like if I was going to chop it all up for what we're doing, like you won't notice. It still tastes the same, but I like to do it just because it looks cleaner.
Oh gosh.
So we'll chop those.
I'm gonna let you.
Chella, if you want to start cleaning off the shallots, that's an easy one.
I cry whenever I do anything onion related. So you get.
Oh, I know. I always thought I would like build an immunity to it, or like after so many years in the kitchen, and it does nothing. I still cry like a little girl every time.
I do. I try not to. It's just I can't help it.
Yeah, the things that I've found that help is like, if you have a wet napkin or a wet cloth, and you put it over the parts that you're not using.
Yeah. Okay.
It helps it from like steaming up into your eyes, but it's really nothing you can do. It's
Okay, Dave, can you just chop the onion and I'll chop the other side? Yeah, those are huge.
What do you got? Cutco knives there, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, they're good.
they certainly do the job.
I had a friend in high school who was like,
One of the salesmen of it.
yes, and he was doing it to one of my other friends' mothers, and I think he cut himself twice during the demonstration.
Oh gosh.
He like bought it out of pity because he was like, "Oh my god, you like." You had to like.
You're trying this hard to sell me knives.
Yeah, like all right, we'll buy some. All right, just don't cut yourself anymore. But I mean, they're sharp.
Stop the demonstration, and we will buy them.
We're sold.
No, I've gotten into. I mentioned
Got that one. All chopped now.
that we have some dry age, so I got some ribeyes or a ribeye roast a while back and did a 35-day dry age.
Oh, cool.
And when I was learning how to do it, I was kind of reading all about it and ended up also getting started reading more about knives and so I ordered a Dow Strong, which I really like, but the Cutco knives work really well.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me like, what my take on knife, like what's the best knife, yada yada. And I really find it's like whatever you find comfortable in your hand, but like you don't have to go crazy with it.
Right.
They're knives. You're gonna ding it like, well, especially for if you're in like a commercial kitchen. It's like I ding mine up all the time.
Right, it's all about sharpening.
Yeah,
And keeping it sharp.
I can chop this.
that is the big one. But yeah, Cello, that's a good knife. It is. I'm a little jealous. I kind of want it.
It was funny getting the email from Moose on this. I had no idea that he was the.
You too?
Yeah.
You're like the third Avodian who said that to me.
It's like, wait, Josh, what? Why are you emailing me? Why are you involved in this?
Yeah, Levy said the same thing. I think Corin said this, like, and Golly. Actually, I think Golly knew, but like.
The thing, like, I think I remember him mentioning it, or like it coming up at some point, or seeing something somewhere. But then again, may just be completely off.
How fine should the garlic be chopped?
Let's see. How can I compare it?
We have a garlic.
I'd go a fine chop. It's gonna be mixed in with the meatball, so like you kind of want it to be the same grain as like a morsel of ground beef, if possible. I mean,
no, that would be more of a paste.
Oh, okay.
So right before paste, but in between.
Okay.
A lot smaller.
I know. I'm working on it.
Shallots.
Yep, shallots will be kind of the same way. So, Cello, if you take a wet paper towel,
Yep.
put it under your cutting board, it won't move. And because that's what scares me the most, is when you have something on, when your cutting board is moving while chopping, is like.
Yeah,
That's when I cut myself.
Electric oven right now. Probably not where I want to be cutting.
Yeah,
But
that's all right.
I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah. Well, safety first, The cutting of stuff is like, I think the hardest part of cooking. You know, I feel like I've burnt myself a million times and I'm fine with that and have accepted it. But like cutting is so much worse.
I hate cutting.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm not that safe with it.
No. I cringe every time she has
Yeah.
You did
And
do
like,
one
you know, I always see
spot where you did a
when I'm
nice
at,
stroke. Is this right enough or do I keep going?
You guys staying at Rob's today?
no, we're just coming over for we're just hanging out outside, just having like a little wine and cheese
Little
party.
soiree.
Yeah, I was at the beach earlier doing some work at our family house. And yeah, just mentioned that I was coming back here for the call, and he's like, "Oh, come by, we'll have some." Well, really, Joe wanted to go there, and I was like, "Well, a Zoom call, so I can do it anywhere." So
How much should I do more? Or is that good?
A little finer.
Finer?
oh, Cella, you got a tough chef there, Caitlin.
I know.
No, I mean ultimately it's it'll be for the best. I mean, so with the meatballs, I like to do a lot of herbs as well.
Awesome.
You have the parsley. Did I say oregano? I don't know if you got.
No, we have both dried and fresh oregano. I wasn't sure which.
Wow, you found. Feel like I can never find fresh oregano, but definitely the fresh. It makes a huge difference. But I never can find it, so I'm like, yeah, whatever you can get. is fine.
It's always do what you can, and then if you can get the fresh stuff, it's all better.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Where are the kids?
Oh shit!
Wait, what kids?
Tempting her first sleepover at Mamie and Papa's at his parents.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm actually wait. She should be going down now, so I'm kind of waiting to see how that goes. And then Hannah's already asleep. I think she's still playing in her crib, but she's supposed to.
Yeah, we hear a lot of bangs and kicks up there, and she's. It takes her a while for her to fall asleep. Hey!
Hey! Look at that! You got
What's going on?
What are you guys doing?
Cooking some meatballs.
We called Sam in the middle of our meal. And
These look like professional. Yeah, they're really good. You guys are really good. It's like a really nice fresh. Yeah, compared to corn.
You mean the grilled cheese wasn't all that you thought it would be?
Oh my god, that was so ridiculous.
Did he just have
They did
American
get
cheese and like?
He had American, cheddar, and provolone. So that was, that was a big deal. And then when he was going to open the can of tomato soup, he was like, "I need a can opener. Oh, I can't open this. This is ridiculous."
Oh gosh.
Then he looks down. He's like, "Oh, it's just you can pop it right off. It's pop it right off." It's like, oh my God.
See, mine's finer than yours, so I'm good. I think I'm good. It's tiny. That's the tiniest I've ever chopped.
Good job.
I usually don't have the patience to chop that long. How are you not balling your eggs?
Shallots, I usually don't ever get any too heavy.
Shallots aren't that bad. It's really, they're older shallots.
You think mine's good, dude?
Yeah. All right, we should be good.
You combine these two?
Do you guys have a large bowl that we're gonna mix everything in?
Just put them in there.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
I just took out a whole bunch of things around the kitchen, so as we need things. We should
You guys are like so prepared. This is so nice.
Do you know David Cella?
That's a treat.
Should we get the ovens or oven in at any temperature, or are we cooking on the stove?
We can wait a little bit.
Okay.
That way.
One of our ovens though takes like half an hour to actually get to the temperature. Like once it says it's done, it's actually another half an hour.
I have so we have a small oven and then a larger oven. The larger one's the one that sucks. I have that at 375, the other at 400, just as a placeholder.
Okay. How many sheet pans can you put in the smaller one?
Only
It's a toaster.
one small. Yeah, it's a Breville small oven.
All right, then yeah. Why don't we preheat the larger one?
Okay.
You can go to a higher temp, like 425, 450. Because ideally what you want to do is get like a nice crust on the meatballs, and then we'll take them out, we'll throw them in the sauce and let them finish in the sauce.
Awesome. All right, so we got that.
All right, so next we'll do the herbs.
Okay. Oregano. There's a basil tree over here. Oh, you already. That's not basil.
This is a parsley.
Well, I don't even know what to do with this plant over here.
What do you got?
A plant.
Basil. Fresh.
That's the basil?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna take it off the one you're growing? That's tough. Well, grab your favorite leaves, I guess. You know, that's really tough.
Hey, they sell this at the store.
All right.
Yeah, and they'll keep growing.
How much basil?
I mean, I was gonna say as much as you're comfortable using.
All of it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna rip all these.
Leave so take the bigger leaves and leave the smaller ones.
Okay.
So that way they'll continue growing.
And then just chop up the parsley as well.
Yep. Chop the parsley, chop the basil, chop the oregano, and we can also add in some dried herb too, just to.
Wait, oregano, and then what was the last thing you said?
Parsley, basil, oregano, and then we'll just do like a handful of the hot cherry peppers or hot chili flakes. Sorry.
Chili flakes. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, fresh.
And then yeah, we can also add in some if you have like dried basil, dried oregano.
Yeah.
You want them to be very herbaceous.
Okay. It smells real good. Okay. There's one more big one. Okay, little plant.
Poor little plant.
I know. Just stored it.
Looks like you can't have meatballs for another month.
You know. How much oregano should I do?
Bring that a little closer. Let me see.
Yeah.
Ooh, those are good ones. With the fat leaves too. I would do like 80% of that.
Okay.
Actually, do the whole thing and we'll add half of it to the sauce.
Okay.
Perfect.
Unless you want to save some for a later date.
We're throwing all this in the big bowl, right?
Yep.
Okay.
For the parsley, I just grabbed about a handful and chopped it up. That seemed about right.
Yeah.
And how fine should this be chopped up? Pretty fine.
Pretty fine. I mean, you can have some bigger chunks. Again, it's great about the meatballs is it can be somewhat. That's the whole idea of Italian cooking. It's rustic, which is like really another way of saying.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, poorly chopped, but it's nice having everything the same way. But sometimes it's nice to have a nice bite of one particular product.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of cooking?
That's a good question. I really like the Asian, Japanese, Vietnamese culture just because it's like very abstract, colorful, vibrant. And, they play a lot on textures and colors. But like, I did the Italian for like a long time.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of like playing. I like using things that I like. There are certain products I like from each one and trying to mix them. Is my favorite, but.
And then how much of like the chili pepper flake?
Chili, you can just do like, a couple pinches.
Okay.
And so we'll mix. So you'll mix all the ground beef with all this, and what we'll do is right before forming them into meatballs, we'll make a little like a little pancake in a pan, and that way you can kind of try it, and we'll get an idea of what it tastes like, and then we can kind of build off of that and see if it needs a little more, a little less of something.
Now, for oregano, should I remove it from the stems?
Take them off the stem, and you can kind of just like grab the tip of the top.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And string it right off, and it should just kind of peel off like a cartoon.
And then a couple pinches of the dry oregano and basil too.
Yeah, why not?
We like spices around here.
Oh, then absolutely.
We like a lot of food. So.
Well, you'll see. Once you add the meat, it kind of dilutes it. And we're gonna add egg. We're gonna add either breadcrumbs or whole pieces of bread. So
We have breadcrumbs.
Yeah, we have breadcrumbs. They didn't have focaccia, so I grabbed a garlic loaf, which looked to be fairly good.
that's fine. So I would definitely use a loaf, and what we'll do is kind of chop it up into little cubes, and you add that in it and massage it into the meat. And pretty much what it does, it kind of acts as like a sponge while it cooks, so all the oils and juices kind of
Remain in it.
that little area, so you get this nice juicy gusher bop when you have the meatballs. It's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't think we have dry beef.
Hey guys,
Hey, Sammy.
how you doing?
Hey, Jip. Hey, Rob. Fuck you.
It's not very nice.
Hey, Chella says fuck you. Caitlin didn't think it was very nice, but we all know it was.
Okay, Hannah's asleep. We don't have dry basil. We have like an Italian seasoning.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, we're going with Italian. Why not?
It's basically everything I'm putting in.
We even have our Italian wine out.
Aha. Well, that's very important. Hey, Joe.
Hey,
Hey,
what's happening?
nothing. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for letting our chef use your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I hope he gives me a percentage.
Not much.
You look very cute, Chella.
I dressed up just for you.
You should have seen his other apron.
Oh,
What happened to the other apron?
costume
You
change.
told me I could wear another apron, but it had a penis on it, so I did not wear it.
I don't understand the reasoning, but
Whose is
Yeah.
bigger?
Yeah.
let's be honest.
You should have just painted the apron on and just gone out naked.
Who are you talking to?
Whoever's listening.
Rob, he's talking to you.
Yeah, all right. I'll go to get to work then.
That looks pretty good to me. Here you go.
Yeah. This is it. This is it.
Now we just eat that, right?
Yep. Now grab spoons and we're good to go.
Put some sauce in
It's
there.
pretty much Italian salad dressing right there. With some olive oil. So yeah, we can throw
That
you
oregano.
can throw the meats in there, and then if you have some, I mean, I like either you can do it with your hands or you can put gloves on and just start massaging everything in together.
Do you want to do the massaging?
Yes.
I'm better at massaging meat.
Well, I've known that for years. It's ooh, the black gloves too. Shell. I didn't know.
We bought them when we started doing the ribeye, actually.
So what was the process on the ribeye?
So it's actually, you just use it's a special dry age bag,
Really?
and you clean it up, and then you put it in, and you just have to have it on what's it called? On a wire rack so that you get full circulation, but you put it in your fridge. And it's
Really?
fine.
Pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Got 12.5-inch, 2-inch steaks from it,
There you go.
and
Wow.
was just froze them all afterwards, and
have
but yeah, they're great. I actually want to try and grind some up and do some burgers one day.
Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah, because you have that meat grinder, right? Or is that part of the, what's it called, the KitchenAid?
Yeah.
We'll have to come
Okay.
up for a barbecue when we do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once we can see people more again.
Yeah, once we can do that whole thing
Me
again.
too. We're gonna need a pan. Do you want to just use these?
So, how's it looking, Debbie?
Delicious.
So we're gonna add some egg to that,
Okay, how much?
and some. Let me see.
2
Bring,
pounds.
bring that bowl over here, pal. That's what you have?
Yeah.
So let's do 4 eggs,
Okay.
and then we'll chop up some bread to go in with it,
We
and
have
pretty much
bread.
you can do either or. I would suggest the bread,
Okay.
or do half and half.
I mean, we can do bread. That's fine.
Yeah, do
If you
the
suggest
bread.
that, we'll do that.
The bread's awesome.
Okay. I've never done that before.
Well,
Don't get all that often. So. You wanna grab bread?
so yeah, Dave, maybe cut up half of that and put it in a separate bowl, and you'll add a little. I don't know if you guys have any milk.
Yeah.
So you add a splash of milk in with it and massage the bread crumbs a bit, just to soften it up and get it absorbing.
We have
And then we'll put it
milk and 1%. So what do you suggest?
Ooh. It's up to you. I don't think it really matters at that point.
I guess we won't take Hannah's whole milk away.
Why do you have both? Do I ask?
Because Hannah's just over 1, she has to drink whole milk until she's 2. Yeah, and so then the 1% is for us and Emma.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Does it?
Well,
She turned 2 and now she can drink, 2% or 1% or whatever. I was like, oh, okay.
Joe, how fine should I, or Sam, how fine should I be cutting the bread?
you can do the size of a Lego. The four nubbed Legos.
Yep.
How's that reference, huh?
We got Emma starting to play with some, so
She loves building it. She thinks a lot like David, so
yeah,
that'll be
God.
interesting.
poor thing.
She's building structures. With Legos and-
She's logical and she teases very bad.
Oh yeah.
Hannah teases big time too.
We can say she's a bitch.
Oh.
Why would you ever say that about our 3-year-old?
Well,
I mean,
Her-
Hannah teases big
Her
time.
sarcasm is.
It's pretty funny. And she knows how to manipulate situations. It's really funny at 3.5 years old.
It's a girl thing. It has to be.
We're gonna be in big trouble with that 2 girls.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys are in big trouble.
Yeah. And Hannah's just as bad. I mean, she teases her sister pretty bad. Even today, when she was looking up at me when she got that milk, she was like, "I got my milk." Like, ha ha ha. I was like, "What? You're 1."
Right.
She's not even 1.5. How you doing there?
Good.
You want some milk? Yeah, the bowl. There you go.
Got milk.
Hot milk. Here you go. I can do this. How much milk do we need?
Just like a splash, just to kind of cover a decent amount of it. Like you don't want to soak it, but just
Gotcha.
a little bit to kind of coat the bowl, and then you'll kind of toss it in there. Yeah, that's probably good.
Okay, I would have never known to put real bread.
I know. And I thought it was so weird when I first saw it, and then after I had it, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I never knew that's what it was. I just figured it was like a big fat cap in the meatball.
yeah.
And I loved it, and I was like, so it was just like had great flavor, and then I found out it's
Just pouring the bread in, right?
Yep.
So, actually, in regards to a fat cap, what
Didn't know where you're going.
what percent lean meat would you typically recommend? This was, I think, 85, and then the pork didn't have its that
For
much.
meatballs.
Yeah.
I mean, 85 is fine. I prefer a higher content just because I don't like, I don't want it to bleed out too much.
Yep.
It's good. And it is good. It is good to have some, but like too much, if you cook the meatballs in a sauce and your sauce is super oily. So I don't like a large amount for this usage.
Yeah. So a leaner 90, even 100.
Yeah, a leaner I like.
So many meatballs. So our youngest is a good eater, but picky, especially with dinner. So
Yeah.
she loves Italian, so she is going to love the leftover meatballs.
Oh, perfect.
She pretty much, if we put like marinara sauce on something, she'll eat it. So I'm just like at the point where I'm like, if we put marinara sauce on this pea, she will eat it.
So my girlfriend's, she's Italian. Her family's
Okay.
very Italian. And I went over for the first Christmas I went over, and I'd never eaten with her family, and we are having just like salad. And they all were putting marinara like on
Really?
the
That's
I like didn't know how Italian they were until that moment. I was like, oh my god.
Oh,
Never
I
seen
you're
Yeah.
this Italian.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I'll do the same. This is extremely odd, but it's just that's what they do.
I think we're pulling his dad into his Italian cooking though, because now he like will make lasagnas for Hannah, because she literally like the only thing she will really like wolf down is Italian food. So lasagna,
Really?
meatballs, but in like macaroni doesn't want anything to do with it. It has to be red sauce.
Really?
Yeah, I'm hoping she'll grow out of it because we're pretty eclectic. But we'll see.
Well, I mean, it's also got to make it. I mean, that's pretty easy for you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
Like that's something that every restaurant has. Everyone has. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
that's awesome.
All right, I think he's done mixing
We're
here.
good here.
All right, let's throw like a healthy pinch of salt and pepper, and then we'll take a little bit and we'll make like a little patty, a flattened patty, and put it on. We'll put it in a little pan and kind of cook up a little patty, and that way you guys can kind of taste it and get an idea.
Sorry, we probably just missed the last one.
No, it said put it in a patty and
I like to do a little bit just so you can try it. There have been a lot of times where I like go and start making the meatballs, and then I'll try one after and be like, I completely forgot the ingredient.
Hey, Emma is asleep. Emma is asleep at his parents' house, so I'm pretty happy about that.
confused how we got that picture.
He said he's on the couch upstairs, so he must
Oh.
open the door.
Got it.
Okay, I'm very impressed that she fell asleep there.
All right.
That's like a big thing because she's very
Yeah,
particular and she's never really slept there and she's 3.5 years old, so that's big.
that's awesome.
It means mom can drink.
Yep.
I mean, she does anyway. We went outside and like after Hannah's dinner at 5:30, we played cornhole and we had beers in our hands. We're like, whatever, fine.
Yeah, why not?
It's weird having one kid, so.
So thoroughly mixed, just a small little patty.
Yeah, just a little bit that you're gonna like fry up, and we'll give it a try.
Little oil on the pan.
Oil, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a little oil. It's just and if not, it's gonna bleed out as it cooks. It's really just to get a little taste. Now let me ask you, do you guys? This is gonna be weird. Do you have an ice cream scooper?
We do.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. You guys, you.
It was in one of my.
He's my favorite so far.
It was in my stocking because I eat
Everything I asked for, you have. It's been amazing. You like weren't kidding when you said we have everything. It's awesome. Which I really should.
Warms up too.
Yeah,
It's
that's not gonna
supposed-
help too much.
I know, but I'm saying for ice cream.
We don't have the type that I think he's actually referring to that
Oh.
has the thing that will.
Oh, but still, it's really just so you can kind of keep it as somewhat uniform shape, so that when you cook it, they all cook evenly, and it's not like, you know.
That one's on. While you're doing that, I'm gonna.
Sam, I guess when things start opening back up, what restaurant are you currently working with?
So right before all this happened, I had just switched to Rita's Catering, and this is my twin brother, and this is a potential nip slip. A little.
Oh wait, it's being recorded.
A little, yeah, but you know, it's for Chronicle. They all want to see it. So give the people what they want. Recording.
Nothing.
Well, they're only going to use a certain clip, so okay. Anyways, back to work. So right before I switched to Rita's Catering, and that was like it's more like corporate buildings and that such. And I had switched really just because it was going to allow me to have nights and weekends off, which was awesome.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That
so it's like-
doesn't exist in.
Exactly. So it's in like a large office building.
How much should he be cooking? Till that's on the ground, or-
It should probably be close. That should be fine. You know, take it off and then let it sit for a second, then give it a try. And then you can kind of see if you want to add a little more salt, a little pepper, if you want some more herbs, you want a little spicier.
I love some heat.
So yeah, you might want to do extra pepper, extra chili flakes, especially with it being in a marinara, you're going to lose a lot of that spice in the sauce. Is the pan still on? I don't want you to burn that up.
Yeah.
Still on.
Okay.
Definitely add some more. Not heat though, not pepper. Somebody put a lot of pepper in there. Too much pepper.
Salt.
So probably salt.
Okay.
You know, you'd be surprised how much salt you need in
Yeah, that's super peppery. Like I almost want to choke on the pepper. Too much pepper.
But again, once you add it with some marinara and some other stuff, it'll dilute everything. And with a meatball, you normally break it up into the sauce, and yeah.
Right. Maybe a little more Italian seasoning.
Yep, I would add more seasoning.
Should I put that away?
If it needs more garlic, you can just use like garlic salt or garlic.
We do have. I think we have garlic I think we have both garlic powder.
You have garlic powder, but if you need salt too, you can use the garlic salt. You know,
We have garlic
and
powder.
it's easy. You can add a lot. I like to have a lot of ingredients into it.
Got good heat. What are you doing with that guy?
Finishing.
Oh, you have your eye on that one, huh?
What are you doing with that guy?
Huh? What's going on with him, huh?
How long do these sessions typically go for you?
You know, it says an hour to or like 60 to 90 minutes. You know,
I didn't read that far.
yeah, normally like an hour. The issue is like after an hour of cooking, people start to get hungry. You
Right.
know, so it's, you know, at first it seems like it's going to take a long time because the prep does, but after a little bit, it's we kind of pick you up the pace because people are just like, let's just eat. I'm sick of doing this. Which I totally understand that. You know, cooking's annoying. You know, it takes a long time. It's a lot of work. So
So when you were saying you like to do like different cultured food together, like you like fusion foods type of thing.
yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
So what do you like to fuse together, I guess?
Well, you know, it's
Like does one
Like-
one type of food go really well with another type?
yeah, like I like to mix maybe like the Asian and the Mediterranean flavors. Indian and Asian are very easy to mix.
Yeah,
You know, they're very high spice and it's a lot of rice and
right, yeah.
squishy stuff. You know, and like Middle Eastern, Italian, Israeli, those kind of mix decently.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
A lot of the time, it's just because it's like what I have in my house. You know,
Right.
if I only have a certain kind of grain that I'm
Right.
gonna use it. So
Totally good for that. Something- That one's fine, but I think you're gonna mix it up.
tomato.
What kind of pasta should we use? We have a couple different kinds.
Oh, that's a great question. What do we have?
How do you say this pasta with a P? Pepperdell? How do you say that? No, it's not.
Okay, pepperdello.
Yeah. We have that. We have what? Ziti.
The
we have
rigatoni.
spaghetti. I think we might have linguine. I
The-
don't know, a bunch of different pastas.
I mean, pepperdello is pretty good.
Okay.
That looks like a good brand.
I mean, it looks good to me.
Yeah, gonna say.
Well, like it's in these little balls. I'm like, how? That looks fancy.
Yeah. So with those, you want to make sure. Is it like a rolled
Yeah.
ball? Yeah. So when we do those, we'll just make sure to drop those in when it's at a boil, and then you just want to kind of keep on keeping them in motion so that the noodles don't stick together. But we'll get to that when the meatballs are in the oven.
Excited to try this one. Dave's just eating the entire other meatball over there
How
secretly.
much things go to waste?
Well, that's the thing. When I'm cooking a meal for like people, by the time I get to sitting down and eating, I'm stuffed.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to. Cause I've tried
Right,
everything.
right.
I've had to eat everything so much. It's not even.
Made it small.
No hands.
Are you guys playing some slap cup later?
We're thinking about it. I don't know if that's
Is that COVID
I don't
approved?
know if that's COVID approved.
The one with the two things in it.
No, there's a bunch of cups in there. It's just a mess.
It's a big mess.
Wait, did you take my cup?
It's an outdoor sport for sure.
finish this whole bottle before we get to the meal.
Well, that's the point.
That's pretty easy for us to do here. Yep,
I mean, it's your night off. Why not? It's date night, guys.
it is
Have some fun. You know?
providing our date night meal.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm just so happy I could. Yeah, I know. Hopefully, someone gets lucky. You know. Oh, it's work. I guess we can take the Zoom off for that one.
Good.
What do you think? Better?
Yeah. Not as proper.
Are we happy with that one?
Yeah.
All right. So let's form the meatballs.
That second bite I had was even more delicious.
So should I be putting them in the pan as I form them, or form them on the side first?
I would do them. I wouldn't even do them in the pan. You can do them right onto a sheet tray.
Yep.
Okay, so this can go off.
Yeah.
Why don't I put this away? Down the fork.
When you form, you can kind of get them in your hand and like kind of mash it together and make it a nice firm balls. Shelly, you should know what I'm talking about.
I know very well.
Oh yeah.
I have formed many balls in my life.
Yeah, good. The throwing into the other hand is a great technique. I always do that. It's good. It does. It like smashes everything together, so it's a nice. Yeah.
Still can't believe there's no camp this year.
I know.
I mean,
But I also am not that surprised. But
yeah,
still.
I was part of some of the calls in regard to the decision. Like, I was actually against having it strictly because of all the sister and all camps similar to us
Yeah.
have already closed. So there was no benefit for Voda staying open because they're either going to be viewed as the Maverick that stayed open, and sure everything went fine, but no one's going to be like, oh, they stayed open, that's why I'm gonna now send my kid there.
Yeah.
And God forbid something happened, we're done.
It's kind of unnecessary, and on top of that, like, what is it, to give the 14ers potentially like a chance, like, they want their real year.
Right, exactly. And so
I mean, it's kind of a cop out to
maybe
give
all the year, which is great. So everyone gets their bunk.
Yes. No, I appreciate the idea and trying, but
Yeah,
it's
and
unrealistic.
they delayed it, which I actually did appreciate that aspect. Like they weren't going to rush into a decision when it just wasn't clear what the hell was going to happen. And you know what? Yeah, things are still slow.
You do all let me home. Just stand here and drink wine.
One of us has
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to do.
I keep asking David
my
if we
sous
can
chef sucks.
keep asking him if we can just like pay Camp Avoda to go like hang out there for the day because we don't have anything near us that
Well,
like
I've gone there a couple of times.
Huh?
I've been there a couple of times since this happened. And
I would love to
well,
go.
I mean,
because
they're
there's a
na-
beach, there's the water, my girls would
Yeah.
love it, and it's
I
25,
know.
30 minutes from us.
Yeah. I know I guess there is some discussion about them
Dang it.
putting some sort of security up so that alumni don't.
Oh,
But I'm like, well, you know, if you I understand if like people are going there and getting
right.
faced or whatever, but like, you know, if you're going there just to use the facilities, use the lake,
Right.
I don't feel it's an issue. The neighbors are using it, you know, using it all the time. The local high school uses our tennis courts because theirs are under construction. So there, you know, there are people all over campus currently. So I think, I mean, I assume if it becomes an issue, then they'll maybe do something. But, you know, I go down, if it's like too cold in Nantasket, I'll go to Middleborough because
Yeah.
why not, you know, especially with a dog or kids, it's perfect.
I mean, I don't even know we don't really have anything near us to go to, really. So I kept asking him. He had last week off. I was like, can we go to camp? And he's like, I don't know who's there, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Well,
there's a beach
everything's
you're
open.
sand. I don't know.
I was there like I think 2 weeks ago, and
Okay.
you know, you can go in there. The gates are open.
Yeah.
yeah. So before the decision was made, I would have been much more okay with it. But with the decision made, I know that there's some sensitivity around what people are able to do. You rep the black.
Yeah, no, I fully understand that.
All black man.
Which is a disappointment. You know, it's kind of annoying because, like, you know, it's kind of a waste of a facility. It'd be nice if they could find a way to do, you know, some sort of liability forms.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I said. He was like, there's a huge liability. I'm like, so we just sign a form, like.
Yeah, sign
Or
up for
they, I don't know. I guess you could like maybe put a lifeguard out there, and I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What lifeguard?
But also we're going.
We don't even
with
have a
our-
lifeguard when we're at camp.
We don't
Oh.
have a daring camp. I don't know why
If we do, it's us.
Oh.
I mean, a bunch of us were.
I mean, we're going with our kids. We're always going with them. Like it's like I'll sign a liability form. Like whatever.
I mean, I think it'd be a good opportunity for them to make some extra cash, to be honest.
Yeah, there's discussion actually of renting camp to Unicus for the year because they're I mean, it's YMCA, so they're likely to stay.
That's unacceptable.
Just for the principle, no. But yeah, there was talk about that. I don't know what they're gonna do or like if that's actually gonna happen, but that is something that is being discussed. But like renting it out for folks is definitely something that's on the table.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Like get anybody you can for the year.
Yeah, like if the neighbors are just kind of using it at their free will, I don't see why. And again, I get having, you know, a younger generation kids. If there's a bunch of them coming, conjugating, that could be an issue. But like, you know, if you're there with a family and you're just using it for the beach, the lake.
That's what I want to do.
Right.
Not like girls are ever gonna go to camp, so.
All right, we got some meatballs.
Yeah, we're all done?
Yeah. He's all
All
done.
right, now is the oven preheated?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's throw them in. How big? Let me see the size.
Pretty big. Is that
Pretty
okay?
big. All right, so let's do those for like, we'll check them at 15 minutes and we'll probably do them for 20, but what you're looking for is like a nice, you know, darker crust on top.
Okay.
And it's still going to be, you know, at a higher heat, so it's still going to be a little raw in it. And we'll finish cooking them in the sauce and everything else.
Yep.
And that way you're kind of locking in all the juices of the meatballs before you're putting in the sauce. And then it'll kind of spit out a little bit into the sauce style flavor. So with the sauce, we have the marinara. How's that taste? Have you had it? Do you like it?
No.
This is not one we generally buy, so.
Do
open
you
it up.
have, do you still have any, either garlic, we can do onion, did you have you had green peppers we can throw in there too?
We have green pepper. We have a green pepper. I still have 2 shallots.
Yeah, so let's chop up the shallots, we'll do the green pepper, you can do
Wait,
garlic.
we did
If
stuff?
you have any herbs left, we can chop those up. And we'll kind of do the same thing and build a sauce. And at the same time, we can get some water boiling for our pasta.
Yeah, I grabbed it.
Oh, we only have minced garlic, like from the refrigerator. All right, pasta.
You guys sweating yet?
No, I'm not.
Oh, it's sweat.
It runs hot. we say.
It's extra seasoning. I mean, I think it's a guy thing. I feel like every guy.
Oh, I feel like my girls both run like him. Do you want to do front? We're not gonna need that. All right. Oh wait, no, we do for sauce.
Yeah, we can use, yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's on. Water boiling. No, it's not boiling. It's heating. That. Why don't you let me do that? You do the shallot. Stop. I can do
Yeah, it's over here.
Gabe, I use this for everything and he hates it.
Oh yeah.
It's a paring knife. And that paring knife is not safe for anything. I'm like, yes, it's perfect
Well-
for everything.
Yeah, it's a little less of a risk factor.
How small am I cutting? Like real small?
What is that? The peppers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do like thinner. It's gonna be in the sauce, so we're gonna saute them a little bit, and you're gonna try to get them so they're a little loose. So if you have it on a fork, it can kind of string onto the pasta.
Okay.
I would go with like a longer cut, a julienne
Oops.
cut, which is like a thinner one.
Not diced.
Yeah, or I mean, you can do dice, but it's easier if you're gonna do the longer pasta.
So, Julian.
I don't know what julienne means.
is-
I have no
So it's like the length of your finger, but the width of a straw.
Okay.
Yes.
I just know Julian Edelman. I don't know Julian.
Oh, well,
Imagine him as a cut of pepper.
yeah. I would take that answer as well.
Okay, I can
You're
do that.
talking about a gorgeous cut of pepper. Is that what?
Exactly. Just really, really spicy and just great hands. Something you don't talk about a pepper enough with.
Yep.
So there's gonna be some diced because I diced some already.
Yeah, why not?
It's rustic.
Exactly. That's what
I
Italians
like
are
that
made.
type of cooking.
Yeah, it's just rustic. Let it happen.
Mine is done.
What type of pan would you use for the sauce?
I would just use a saucepan, like a pot.
All right, yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So I'd either say a frying pan or a saucepan. Saucepan normally.
Do a saucepan. We're
Yeah.
good.
I would go with saucepan.
You want me to switch this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn this down. What do we want to put the heat on for sauce?
Why don't you start on like a medium? Is it gas or electric?
Electric.
Unfortunately.
Why don't we start at like a 7,
Okay.
and then we'll saute all the vegetables and herbs or whatever we have, and then once you pour the sauce in, we'll reduce it.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, I went near those shallots and I'm bawling my eyes out.
Already, huh?
We got everything cut
Okay, we
up.
got peppers, shallots, we have garlic, and the sauce. Now what?
we'll let the pot heat up a little bit. We'll add a little olive oil and then throw it all in there.
Okay. So what did we want for seasoning? We have garlic. And then what else did we want?
There's salt, pepper, shallot, garlic. If you have any of the herbs left,
Yep. Well,
you
we
can
have
throw the herbs in.
oregano. Do we want to add basil to it?
You can add basil, sure. And if you're doing it from the plant, you can even just rip apart leaves to keep it, thicker and again rustic.
Okay, instead of
It's a
cutting.
really nice look to it.
Okay. Oh, bagel smells so good.
That poor basil plant's gonna have a tough week.
How much do you want to do? Put it in there? You want to put this in there?
Yeah.
Rip it apart?
Toss the peppers in.
Sure. Let's get it all in there.
Put oregano in or no?
Sure. Yeah,
We only have the dry.
that's fine. And you'll kind of do that until look for the shallots to get a little opaque,
Okay.
clear in color. And as it kind of, you can smell the aromas kind of opening up, we're going to add the sauce. And then you'll just keep on stirring. You can also add a little red wine if you'd like, but I'm sure you've drinking most of it, so.
We're good. We have more.
It's an option, Yeah, that's enough. All right, let's not waste it anymore.
I think this one's mine over here, by the way. Come back.
This is worth.
Now I'm getting hungry. What did your mom say? You trade that
Yeah,
up?
that's great.
Was I using the wrong spoon?
Yes.
I mean, use it if you got it.
It was literally just a bigger wooden spoon, and he said it was the wrong one.
It's for salad. It's not actually.
Whatever. Whatever. Did you say that? I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't listening. My favorite thing is a really good pasta sauce. Like even meat sauce, marinara, it doesn't matter. Good. Like I could eat a pizza with just red sauce.
Just red sauce.
I love cheese, but no, like a good pizza without the cheese, just the red sauce. Ugh.
I found the keys. The San Manzano tomatoes are like the best flavored.
Oh, I'm gonna try that. We need a red sauce pizza.
Yeah, look for those. Even if it's just like the raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you add like the same thing you have here, all those aromatics, and then you can use your immersion blender and blend into a sauce. But if you get those,
Yum. We have an immersion blender, yeah.
yeah, that thing's been great. Like I never had one, but it
No.
makes a little difference. And
I never had one and never used it until I think I started making a little bit of baby food. I used that. And then I make the butternut squash soup. We host Thanksgiving, so I always make the butternut squash soup. And I'm like, oh, this is so easy. Why did I never have one of these?
it's so much better than using a blender or something like
Yeah.
that. Like it's such a less mess. It's easier to work with.
Yeah, it's so easy.
All right. I think we're at a good spot with the shallots. They're nice and opaque.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's pour the marinara in there.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat this.
And then you can just add a little water. Like you can even clear out the actual water from the rest of the marinara sauce. Pour a little water in the jar, shake it up, and then we'll add a little in there just because some will evaporate as you're cooking.
I need a bib to eat this.
That move of
Oh,
using
yeah.
the jar.
Remember that was on 20 minutes. We'll check it at 5.
All right, so we can keep stirring that, and we'll kind of bring that up into like a light bubbling sensation, and then you'll probably turn it down to like a 5.
Okay.
But in the meantime, why don't we check the meatballs quick, and then we'll throw the pasta in. Let's just see what they look like.
Ways to go.
Yeah. Still got a few minutes.
Our oven is.
Okay. What's it at? It's at what, 5? I mean, 4.
Yeah, it's been 12 minutes so far. They definitely, it's at 4:50.
Yeah, they'll need 20.
Yeah, they'll probably need that full 20, so another 8 minutes.
All right, cool.
I mean,
All right.
it's at temperature, which is good. But I have the oven's temperature versus what it actually reads in there doesn't match, so I have a manual thermometer in there.
I trust you, Chell.
Should I turn this up a little bit? Should I turn the sauce up a little bit if we're not really getting to a boil?
Yeah. Yeah, you
Give it more
can.
time.
You can get it hot, and then we'll turn it back down.
You can probably take the cover off that, dude. It's gonna be hot though. Do we have another red? I mean, I don't know that I should drink 4 glasses. It's nice, but
Not the one that's
4 glasses of red wine will make me have that. You gonna bubble there?
A lot of action going on here. I'm like watching cook it. I'm surrounded by it.
You gonna wash that? Wash that? Wash it. Pasta yet? Gotta turn it up.
No, pasta's gonna take.
8 minutes.
Yep.
A little bit starting to boil. I'm gonna turn it up a little.
Sam, how often are you guys going to the beach roast?
Well, I've been going very frequently just because this is my job besides, you know.
Where's your beach house?
So, Nantasket, which you guys will definitely be able to come to. You can come really whenever.
Where's it? I don't know where any.
Nantasket is Hull, Quincy.
West of us?
Plymouth.
Oh, the Cape?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where I grew up going to Nantasket as our beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, definitely let me know. We can take the girls to a real beach if they'd like.
I mean, I would love that. Our girls also love our little tiny sandbox. So, like, them with a whole beach, they would love it.
Well, that can happen. We can make that happen. Though it is a little rocky right now, but hopefully throughout the summer
Yeah.
it will decrease. But yes, I've been going there a lot during the weeks and I've been doing a lot of work on the house that I haven't been able to for a while. So
Once it starts bubbling, just turn it down to a 5.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Oh, you turned it up even more. Sneaky.
Oh, there you go. Let's get it ripping. You very, very sneaky.
Very, very sneaky.
And again, give the sauce a try. See if it needs any salt, pepper. It's always important to try everything, especially as you're going, so that way you get an idea of,
Pull it off for me.
and then when you add something, you get an idea of what that product does to it.
Well, it's gonna be very garlicky.
So, if I stick this in there, that's gonna be that garlicky? Because there was garlic on it?
Oh, you do you.
I'll do me, and you do you, and we'll be good.
Ooh. So yeah, that's why that a lot of times the people will use the wooden spoon.
Oh, you're saying my taste would be garlic. I thought you were saying that. That would be.
No.
Like, I would make this garlicky because there was so much garlic. I didn't understand what you're saying.
So what do we think?
Really thin, though.
It's what, thin?
Too much water in. I think
It's gonna boil off.
Okay.
It hasn't.
It'll reduce down a bit.
Okay. It's good though.
We have more marinara if we need to add.
And especially, so the pasta is also like when you put the pasta in,
Okay.
the spices from the pasta will help pick it up and absorb a lot of the moisture.
We're just gonna eat the sauce.
I don't blame you.
That's good though.
Yeah.
The flavor is good. Yeah.
Who are you giving kisses to?
Rob. Well, he's trying to get his attention,
Is that a man?
Is Rob a man?
I didn't see. I didn't actually see.
Rob's dog.
It's debatable. Yeah, they're at Rob's parents' house in Westport.
Westport, Massachusetts. Okay.
No, we're actually in Cambridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his parents have another place for work, but
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So are you guys working?
I am.
Yeah.
I just got back to work. Yeah, he works full time from home, but he could do that anyways, basically. I was still recovering from my Achilles tendon tear, so
Oh.
yeah, so I tore my Achilles in December playing soccer, so I just got back. It's been about a month. Yeah, I returned May 1st, so I'm working in the hospital, back in the hospital, so.
Wow.
Yeah, so 2 days a week I'm back at the hospital, which is kind of nice. So I have like the opposite situation of everybody. Everybody like either is working from home and I'm like, oh, I'm back to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm fortunate to be able to go back to work. So yeah, we're doing okay here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working from home for me that's the same shit that I was doing before. So.
I mean, I like having Dave working from home. It's kind of nice. Like it gives a break. So I usually work 2 days a week. Even before I got injured. Now that I'm back, I'm still doing 2 days a week. But like being home with the girls is harder than me going to work. Like it's just a long day. So like to have him here and like come up and say hi, it like gives me a tiny little break, which is really nice actually.
I had that effect on
Yeah.
So that's been nice. I'm like, yeah, we can keep this work from home going.
Right?
To reduce it a little more.
Yeah. My office won't reopen. We won't have anyone back in the office until at least August is the current communication that we have going on.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. If you can do it from home.
Like, we're a workforce of 500,000 people within Accenture. I mean, they had to figure out the hardest part. Actually, we had to mobilize for it was like 50,000 employees in India. We had to get them laptops and internet, and reliable internet, so they could all work from home. It was It was the largest project Accenture has ever taken on. And it was strictly internal, just to mobilize 50,000 people all this like overnight.
Yeah, that's wild.
I can't imagine what that was like, but it wasn't my job, so I didn't care.
Well, that's important.
All right, so let's check. So the meatballs,
Starting to brown in
Yeah.
the back.
I just switched it to broil so that they'll actually
So,
brown up.
so if they're starting to get brown on one side, take the tray out and just spin it around.
It's
The back is starting to brown.
no, I just switched it to broil in the
Oh,
last
okay.
couple.
All right. Well, that's good. And
We're not going to be able to fit it in that hot sauce.
that's all right. You can also put the sauce on top of it. They'll finish cooking as they sit.
Okay. You want to turn this down? You want to burn the sauce.
Yeah.
Still super thin though.
Yeah, it's more marinade.
Yeah. I think we're gonna add more marinara because the sauce is still
You won't burn it. Just keep stirring it.
okay. It's so thin. We're mixing our marinaras. What one's that?
Sometimes that's just happen.
Tomato basil.
That's better. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Oh, that could have been really dangerous. You say you don't trust me with that? He almost just like put that thing on the floor.
There's so many times where I'm like, I could have been my toe. That should have been toe right off.
And whoops.
Our youngest one now can reach the counter, so she'll just reach up and like try to pull stuff down. So we've been like, okay, we need to push all our knives or anything with knives on back, so she can't like.
Yeah.
We did that with Emma too, but obviously she grew out of that. Yeah, it probably needs. Then it's gonna be really fun. Okay, this is much better now.
All right, good.
I don't want a soupy sauce.
I mean, you're the expert.
I do love sauce.
Yeah.
Peppers need to cook down a little bit, I think. Getting hungry. Okay, those look better now.
All right, so these have a good browning on the top. The meatballs.
Let's pull them out. Pull them out. We'll see what those. We can take one. We'll split it open and see.
I don't know what you can tell from this.
I know that easily is the hardest part about this is not being able to like
I mean,
use my senses to cook. But I mean, that looks about right. You know, give them a second. Give them a second to sit, and then you'll grab one, and we'll cut it open and see what's going on inside. These meatballs look like this is essentially the recipe I used to make for, the Davios, and just like I've always made it this way.
yeah.
And it was like for the longest time I liked eating these meatballs cold. I liked it better cold than hot.
Really?
For some reason, yeah. I don't know. It's something with before it goes in the sauce and it kind of takes on a lot of the marinara. It's like a great flavorful ball prior, but. Oh, the anticipation's killing me.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah?
Good. Cooked perfectly through.
Ow.
Why did you think that was going to be a good idea?
Take a second. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, that looks good.
That was
So give me a piece.
good. Come on, give me a piece.
I realize that.
And so what is the pasta? We still haven't put the pasta in?
No.
Nope, we can toss that in.
Let's throw the pasta in. And if the sauce is still too watery by the time we're ready to plate, you can also, cook the pasta and we'll get it till.
No, it's much better. We added a little marinara. It's better.
Okay, good.
I think it was too much water. Really.
That was my fault.
Yeah. No.
We'll take that
a
one.
decent amount of water in it. We'll just keep it like boiling a little bit.
I just really like the idea of using the jar for it. We got over enthusiastic.
That's, yeah. Because I always end up using another cup or skewing it up.
Mm-hmm. Meatballs. Got a wooden spoon. Not the salad spoon. Ugh. Ooh. That has a good spice to the meatball.
Yeah, the spicy meatball.
Oh, it's so good. We like spice here.
That's good to
We
know.
like a lot of things.
Yeah, it's good to not be picky,
Yeah. The type that when we go to a restaurant, if they're in the chef special or whatever, we're like, yeah, do whatever they want to cook us.
Yeah,
We
whatever
have no
they.
allergies. We are not picky whatsoever.
You're like the perfect eaters.
Except olives. I cannot do olives. I try all the time and I can't do it. They smell terrible. They taste terrible. I try.
Everybody has their something, It's
Yeah, that's the one thing. You don't do tomatoes. He's not good with tomatoes, like raw tomatoes.
I have the same thing. Like I like it in sandwiches. I like it.
I feel like it's a man thing. I feel like a lot of men don't like raw tomatoes.
Yeah, like I wouldn't just eat raw tomato. But again, I'll have it in a sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't mind like that, but I don't want like a huge chunk.
I mean, I don't like raw tomato, but I'll eat it with like Italian dressing on it.
It was true before this happened, but in college, it was, I think, between my sophomore and junior year,
One chair down.
I was taking some courses over the summer, and I took this intro to philosophy.
Yeah.
And complete bullshit of a class. And the professor had us bite raw tomatoes in the back, like outside the class for what, and then he's just like, describe this. This is the creepiest situation I've ever been in.
That's an odd one.
I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess this is what we're doing.
All right, so keeping that pasta moving.
Yeah. I really just don't want it to stick together.
Oh yeah, no, they're good. We'll keep that going now.
Move this so that
Yeah, no.
it separates. Oh. No, but you don't even like tomatoes like in meals that much. Like I don't like raw tomatoes, but I can put like Italian dressing on it and be fine. You don't really eat it. You pick them out.
So should we start putting some of the meatballs in the sauce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
All right, this pasta is separating nicely.
What are you doing there?
And so hungry.
We've eaten 5 hours.
I think you're gonna get all of them. Maybe not all of them. Just turn it here a little bit more. like that wine's hitting me a little more because we haven't eaten.
Yeah.
Like I definitely could eat one of those right now. There you go.
Oof.
2 more.
Got it, buddy.
We did it.
Oh, I'm
Yay.
so excited to eat.
Woo!
Did you buy a garlic bread?
Not.
Oh.
It's a garlic loaf. It's a type of bread.
Oh.
Sorry.
Gotcha. It's a little hard.
Yeah, I would take one of those pastas out, and you can kind of maybe put it to the side. Put it to the side. You can run some cold
Throwing
water on it too if you need to.
I know.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Al dente.
It is. It'll
Al
be
dente.
Yeah.
It's a little
a
pre.
little bit more than
It's a
al
little
dente.
pre al dente.
Oh yeah.
Needs a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if you put the sauce on it, it'll be fine.
Should I turn the sauce off at this point?
Yeah, you can either turn it off, turn it on low. It should be
Get enough residual heat in there.
That's good pasta.
yeah, that looks like a good bag.
I'm gonna sit for a little bit more.
Hey!
So don't forget to get some action shots of you stirring and whatnot.
Do you want me to do that?
I'm not sure how you're expecting
No,
me to
no,
get a picture.
or vice versa. You know, anyone can do it. I was saying, well, no one wants photos of Dave doing it.
Okay, switch.
Yeah, there we go. That's much better.
Oh shoot! This is why I don't do the stirring.
No one saw that. No one saw that.
It's not on my sweater. It's just on my shorts.
No one taking.
Well, the end of the day, you know.
It is the end of the day, exactly.
You know, if you got through 50% of the day without a stain, that's a good day, you know.
Exactly. It's only jeans.
Oh, jeans? Those can be 3 weeks dirty, no one knows.
We do know those are done. You can tell by the way that it falls.
They're flopping.
Yeah,
All right, let's strain them out.
yeah, that's good. Woo. Got a window open. It's fine. We're good. We're good.
Sorry.
Nothing's broken.
Nothing to see here.
Why don't you get a do you want a different?
Now you're getting graded on presentation, so.
Okay. We're gonna break a plate by the end of this.
So it's like a real kitchen.
Exactly. Okay, meatballs. Hmm. That looks real good.
Yeah. That's right there.
3 meatballs. I'll do 3.
Will you guys just also make sure to take a photo of the plate
Yep.
for Moosey Poo? if you have any more of the parsley or any of that, you can kind of rip it up, or basil, and just put it on top as a nice little presentation piece. You can also put Parmesan cheese if you'd like.
Okay.
Up to your. But it looks like you guys accomplished everything with all 10 fingers, which is a huge. That's a big win in my book.
Sam, how many fingers have you lost over?
You don't want to know. I actually used to cook with a guy who had 2 fingers on one hand, but it was a non-cooking related injury. But every time I'd walk in, he'd go, "All right, give me 7." I'm like, and he like,
Look
he
at
would
this.
always,
Look at this.
oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Ooh, 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 oh, oh. Hello there.
Oh.
Very excited to eat this. Hannah's gonna love these leftovers.
That's awesome.
Oh, well, Emma.
All right. Well,
Good.
yeah, I think you guys deserve a nice meal together.
That's mine.
Well,
I'm gonna have to get like color-coded cups for you guys. Cheers.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This was awesome. No, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we'll let's definitely do the beach soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, we're down. So
Your beach or my beach, whichever one.
sandbox or a beach.
I don't mind the sandbox. I like playing in the sand. It's okay with me. But yeah, let's do something soon when we can.
Yeah, no, definitely. Cheers, bud. Have a
Cheers.
good night.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Enjoy.
We will.